almost all the time is what credit cards do I have and how do I use them on a weekly basis so that I can help you decide when you should use the cards that you have. So I have, at last count, 27 different cards in front of me. We're going to go through each one very quickly, or else this would be a very long Facebook Live. And hopefully give you some insight into why I carry these cards, how I use them in order to maximize the points that I get. So, working in the background today with me is moderator Rachel Berkey. It is really easy for me to sit here and talk, and she has to do the hard part of keeping up with all of the links and information in the background and all of your questions. Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining in. Happy Tuesday to you as well. We're trying to do these live sessions throughout the day, so we're going to try and see what kind of viewership we get on them. And really want to get as much traction as possible. Hey, like always, we're going to introduce a few of the events going on in the group. A lot going on, actually. It's going to be a really busy spring and summer for me and for all of us here in Award Travel 101. Let's go in reverse chronological order so that you have the longest time to plan. First, June 9th and 10th, Frequent Traveler University in New York City. This is run by the folks over at FTU. This is not me. I'm just speaking there twice, once on Saturday, once on Sunday. Rachel is going to share the link to this event so you can get your tickets and all the information. Really looking forward to hanging out in Manhattan for what's going to be a long weekend right before I head off to Morocco. And like always, you can click the events tab over in the group to see all of these listed. So if you don't see the link on YouTube, don't worry. You're going to be able to get the information in the group anytime. Second, working back towards us is Zork Fest in Las Vegas at Treasure Island on the Strip, Memorial Day weekend. I am so excited about this because I'm going to learn just as much as I hoped I teach. So we're taking the folks who know the in and outs of casinos and gambling and their own loyalty world that quite frankly is very different than ours. We're bunching it together with some of us that are the points and miles experts, and we're going to teach each other. How do you maximize your trips to casinos? How do you maximize getting to and from there? We got VIP dinners. It's on the Strip, right? So no airport hotel. We're hanging out in Treasure Island. I'm teaching a boot camp on Sunday to all the casino folks who want to learn about points and miles. Rachel's got that link going up right now. So this is Zorkfest. Make sure you use our promo code to get an extra $10 off. Zork Award Travel 101. Again, all of this information in the group. If you just click the events tab, you're going to see all of this. Last but not least, the one that is closest to us is the Award Travel 101 Bootcamp, just for members of this group. That's going to be in Orlando on April 29th, Sunday, 4 hours. You're going to come hang out with myself and moderator Tony. We're going to bring you from the ground up to make sure when you leave in those 4 hours, you have all the information you need to go out and accomplish, plan, and execute your first award trip. It's really hard trying to decipher all of this information, even trying to figure out where to go. It's a fire hose in the beginning. So if you just want to skip all that and get a jump start on it, come to our Award Travel 101 Bootcamp in Orlando, April 29th. It includes dinner, and they have a bar there at the Hyatt that's hosting it, so we're going to be hanging out drinking bourbon afterwards, and I will ask questions, answer your questions until I'm blue in the face. Whew. With that said, hey, exciting week. I head off to South America, hitting up Buenos Aires and Rio starting just in a couple days, really, and that's really kicking off a ton of travel. Had a great weekend last weekend in Charleston, South Carolina, where I watched my little brother get married, and it's just, all guns blazing, going crazy all over the world, Australia, New Zealand, Morocco, Vegas, Orlando, New York City. I'm pretty sure I forgot a few trips, but I'm pretty excited about what is coming up. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of today. Let's talk about credit cards. So I'm going to go through 3 sections of the cards that I have. All of these cards are in my name. None of them are authorized users. So keep in mind, Emily has just as many cards in her name. So I'm not covering any authorized user cards that I might happen to be on hers. She has pretty much the same cards that I do, a few ones that are different. I just want to be clear that these are all cards in my name underneath my social security number. There's a distinct reason I have each one of these. And like I said, 3 sections. So let's start off with the cards that I carry in my wallet every single day, no matter where I go, anywhere around the world. If at any point today you have questions, please ask them. Rachel is working over here on my live second moderator doc. She's making sure I get all of your questions. So I'm going to come back to them. Don't worry about that. I want to make sure you get the information you need. All right, so 7 credit cards are in my wallet at any given time, no matter where I am in the world. I have covered all of my card numbers up, so if you were hoping to come and get a free lunch out of this, sorry to disappoint you. Let's start with the American Express Platinum card. I can try and show each one of these here. Ooh, metal, yay. Doesn't matter. All right, so 5x points on Airlines, concierge service, another avenue to earn membership rewards. I got it with the 100,000 point sign-up bonus. But really what's important to me, Centurion Lounge access, Delta Sky Club access when I am now in Atlanta, flying Delta all the time. And then the Uber credit I use every single month, $15. Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts, really important. You still earn your hotel points when you book through them, but mainly the 5X on airfare. I'm trying to get as many American Express points as possible right now because I still have the 50% rebate due to the Amex Platinum card we're going to talk about in just a second. I got to go through these really quick because there are so many, okay? But Amex Platinum, 5X on airfare, Centurion Lounge, Delta Sky Club access, concierge service has done some cool things for me lately, etc., etc. Everybody knows about the card. Next, Amex Blue Business Plus. This is 2X on all spend. I put all of my business spend for War Travel 101 travel on this card, get 2X membership reward points, no annual fee. It came with, I think, a 20,000 point sign-up bonus at the time, but like I just said, I'm trying to get as many Amex points as possible, and I never just want to earn 1X, so Amex Blue card, 2X on all spend. Next, Chase Sapphire Preferred. I do not have the reserve card. I've said this many times. Right now, it doesn't make sense for me to carry a reserve card between having the Amex Platinum, the Business Platinum, and this card, which gets you the primary rental car insurance. All of rental cars go onto the Chase Sapphire Preferred for me. 2X dining, pretty good travel protections, allows me to transfer the ultimate rewards. It doesn't make sense for me to product change to reserve. Maybe one day in the future. I don't need that annual fee when I have pretty much all the benefits covered between my other cards. But because of rental car insurance, because of 2X on dining, if I'm after ultimate rewards, keep that card in my wallet. Next, my everyday spend card right now. This is the Amex Everyday Preferred card. Said it twice already, trying to get as many membership rewards as possible. This card gets 3X membership points at grocery stores, 2X at gas stations, 3X grocery stores, 2X gas station, and then 50% bonus on all points that you earn through the month if you do at least 30 transactions. I easily use my credit card 30 times a month, which gives me 4.5X at grocery stores, 3X on gas, 1.5X on everything else. Easy way, everyday spend. Emily and I are pulling out that card and using it pretty much all the time. If I'm after ultimate rewards, it's a non-bonus category. That's why I keep the Chase Freedom Unlimited in my wallet at any given time. Really goal-oriented. If I'm after ultimate rewards, if I got a big expense, if it's not in the bonus category, doctor's office visit or something like that, Chase Freedom Unlimited could very well come out for that. Also great. If a deal comes up online and I'm somewhere around the world traveling, I want to get bonus points, stack it with the portal, use a Freedom Unlimited, get that extra half point per dollar. It really adds up and makes sense. Next, the Chase Inc. Business Plus card, no longer available to new signups, but 5X points at office supply stores. This is the new Visa card. My Mastercard was just retired. Still gets 5X at office supply stores. And I put this thing to work there at the gift card racks at Office Depot and Staples, as well as anytime I can buy something there, and the price is competitive. This card has gotten me hundreds of thousands of points over the years. I've had it since 2012. Some really good memories and storage with that card. I don't go anywhere without it. And the last card that I carry in my wallet at any given time is the Citi Prestige card. I book airfare and trips 2 or 3 times a week, if not more. And 3X on travel, as well as the 3-hour trip cancellation, trip delay, baggage delay insurance for that card is fantastic. 4th night free with the Prestige. I also love thank you points and being able to transfer them to Asia miles, being able to transfer them to Qatar, which is actually a pretty great destination for your thank you points if you want to get from the U.S. to the Middle East in business class, 70,000 Q miles. Transfer them to Etihad. Thank you points are great, 1.25 cents when you redeem through their portal, so I like earning them, but that travel protection on the Prestige is why I carry that card with me all the time. I never know when I'm going to have to book another trip, so I want to make sure that stays with me. So 7 cards in my wallet at all times. Citi Prestige, Amex Everyday Preferred, Chase Freedom Unlimited, Chase Inc. Business Plus, Amex Platinum, Amex Blue Business Plus, Chase Sapphire Preferred. Whew, 7 down, 28 more to go. Looking at my desk here. Let's see if you got any questions for me. Deb says, Do grocery stores include Target and Walmart? In my experience, Target, no. In my experience, sometimes Walmart, yes. My local Walmart here in Georgia actually codes as a grocery store. Get me 4.5x on my Amex Everyday Preferred after I do 30 transactions. Berkey's yelling at me about something, so I will try and see what she's got going on there. Next, let's move to the cards that I use on a situational, as they come up kind of deal. I don't carry it with me all the time, but some cards that I use all the time. The Amex Business Gold Card. This is really important because of 3x on online advertising spend. You get to pick one of 5 categories to earn 3x membership rewards on, 2x on everything else. Starting to put a lot of spend on Facebook ads, so if I ever have to buy the Facebook ads, the Amex Business Gold for 3x membership rewards comes up. Hey, Citi AT&T Access More Card. I talked about this card recently. This is what got me the iPhone 10 for $350 because the sign-up bonus for this card was a $650 phone credit. Not available for new signups anymore with the bonus. However, 3x thank you points on online spending. Now, what counts as online spend continues to get whittled down more and more by this card, but I'll tell you that there's some good places where I can still get 3x shopping online. Really broad bonus category. They really do not make it easy for you to tell what earned 3x. It's always a bit of a detective process every single time. The statement comes out, but still a very useful card. Really glad I got $650 off an iPhone 10. Business Platinum. You've heard me talk about this a few times. This is what I still have the 50% rebate on when you pay with points for plane tickets, economy within the airline of your choice, or any business and first class ticket. $200 ticket costs 20,000 Amex points. Right now I get 50% of those points back, so that means a $200 ticket costs me 10,000 points. You still earn miles on those tickets. The airlines treat them like paid fares. It's an absolutely incredible deal. I'm grandfathered in until May when that discount drops down to 35%, but right now I'm beating the benefit of this card up all the time. It's getting me status without having to pay anything out of my pocket. I can't have enough Amex points. That's why you've heard me say it several different times. The 10 go-go passes on that are pretty cool as well. And then very soon at the end of this year, I'm probably going to get rid of my Platinum card and just stick with the Business Platinum for Sky Lounge, Sky Club access, as well as Centurion access. So I use that card quite often, especially the 50% benefit. Next, I've got 2 SPG cards. I've got the business and the personal. Business, of course, gets you access into Sheraton Club Lounge when you stay at a Sheraton hotel. But really, I just want to make sure that I have as much credit line access with SPG points as possible. If I don't use the Chase Freedom Unlimited to get the 1.5x, if I'm after, an obscure airline program that SPG transfers to, I'll put those non-bonus category spends on my SPG cards, maintain both of those credit lines so that I can get as many star points as possible for big expenses. Thad just asked, hey, why are you focusing on Amex points these days more than Chase? I think I just hit it with this Amex business 50% rebate while I have it until May. After May comes, I'm going to reevaluate. The other thing is with the Business Inc. Chase card, Inc. Plus, the 5X at office supply stores, I can replenish those ultimate rewards rather quickly, so it's not too much of a concern versus Amex with no 5X card. I got to put all my monthly spend on the Amex points. All right, so one more card in the situational use category, I guess I'll say, is the new Hilton Honors Ascend card. This used to be my Citi Hilton Reserve card. It was transferred over to the Ascend. This is not the top tier Aspire. I don't need that $450 annual fee right now. But I do stay at Hilton's from time to time. And like this last weekend, I stayed at a Hilton Garden Inn for the first time for 3 nights. Paid for one of those nights. Made sure I had this card with me to get the 12x Hilton points per dollar. On top of my diamond status, and it comes out to something like 32 Hilton points per dollar. Hilton not the best, of course, but you definitely need to have some in your loyalty portfolio to take care of that chain because they're absolutely everywhere. So I will use that Hilton Honors Ascend card from time to time. If you haven't looked at the Aspire card, it actually has a lot of great benefits. Really can't believe they packed as much into that card as they did for just being a hotel co-branded card. Airline reimbursement, priority pass access, $200 Hilton statement credits at resorts, $100 every time you stay 2 nights. It goes on and on, 100,000 point sign-up bonus. So I think it is worth taking a look at these Hilton cards. All right, let's go into the biggest category here, and that is I don't particularly use them, but there's a very specific reason I have them in my portfolio. I'm already 15 minutes into this, and there's a lot of cards here. If you have questions, just ask it. Berkey's already put them down on the side, but I got to hit this really quick. All right, so rapid fire. I don't particularly use these cards on a month-to-month basis, but there's a very specific reason that I have them. All right. Citi Dividend Mastercard. You may have not heard of this one. Essentially 5% cash back, rotating categories. Excuse me, fighting off a cold. But I downgraded my Thank You Premier card to this no annual fee card, which can get you $300 cash back per year. IHG Rewards Club card, $49 annual fee, 1 free night at any IHG in the world. You should never ever cancel this card. You should always have it. Cathay Pacific Asia Miles. I've said a lot about Asia Miles in the group lately, and that card gets 1.5 Asia Miles for all foreign spend. It had a pretty good sign-up bonus of 50,000 miles at the time I got it. I haven't had it for less than a year, but I love Asia Miles, and getting that bonus category with no foreign transaction fees is pretty great. So that's why I have that card. Wells Fargo Visa Signature Card. This card was a lot of fun. If anybody's familiar with what you could do with this card in the past, but no more. 5x points on unlimited spend. For the first 6 months you had the card. Man, I'm choking up here. But it's a no annual fee card. I want to keep another relationship with Wells Fargo, so it's pretty great. Mileage Plus Explorer card. That is for the extra award inventory that you get for being a cardholder with United. It actually makes a difference, called XN Fair Availability. Barclay Arrival Plus card. So everybody should have Arrival Plus miles that covers expenses typically not coverable or able to be covered with regular points and miles. Merrill Lynch Bank of America card. I wrote about this back in the group when I got it. Essentially had a $1,000 sign-up bonus. 2% cashback card. Pretty great. This card. This is the luxury gold card from Barclay card. $1,000 annual fee. Thankfully waived because I was active duty military. Put a down payment for my second car on this because it was a $1,000 sign-up bonus with no annual fee. Still has 0% interest, and I just continue to pay this off. They send you a luxury gift every year. It is the heaviest. Not sure if you can hear that. This thing like weighs a pound. Absolutely worth it. Besides that, definitely not worth the annual fee. But 0% loan, down payment. I got points on my car. Pretty awesome. JetBlue card, $50,000 spend per year. You get Mosaic status. You get 10% of all points refunded back. And you get a free bag. When you fly JetBlue, JetBlue just announced 3 new routes out of Atlanta. I've got 2 of them booked, so thanks JetBlue. The JetBlue Plus card for that free check bag. All right, British Airways. 10% off British Airways flights, which you can stack with triple or double ARP, whatever it is, discounts. And then another avenue to earn Avios. Don't typically use this, but if I do need 10% off, I will use that card with that promo code you can put in. I actually think I'm going to try and do something with this because I'm not getting too much out of it right now. But I can't get another Chase card because I'm, laugh out loud 24. So pretty weird. All right, my oldest credit card, USAA, 1% cash back. I never use it. I put something on it every 6 months just to make sure they keep it open. I love USAA, but I only keep this to make sure that my length of credit history stays as long as it is. Advantage Barclay Aviator card. Routinely have targeted spend bonuses on this to give you easy miles, priority boarding, the ability to earn EQDs if you need those. But mainly I just keep it for those target offers, and they always waive the annual fee. Every year I call and ask them, so why not keep that and get a free check bag as well as those targeted spend offers to get bonus miles. Alaska Mileage Plan card. That is 30,000 mile sign-up bonus. That's a companion fare every year. And I haven't had it but for a year for this one, so no reason to cancel it right now. Delta SkyMiles Platinum card. I got this with the 70,000 mile sign-up bonus. The ability to earn MQMs. I am in Atlanta now. I do have Delta status. I haven't decided whether I'm going to try and maintain that for next year. But if I do need some more MQMs, I can put some spin on that. Also get you the priority boarding and the free check bag. Capital One Quicksilver Card. I got this card 2007. My second card behind the USAA Visa. I really just don't want to close it because I don't want my length of credit history to suffer. All right, last card that I'm going to show you here is the Bank of America Asiana Airlines card. If you do not know about these, if you do not love Asiana miles, you really, really need to go investigate the program. You need to study the award chart. It is absolutely fantastic. There's no such thing as too many Asiana miles. Came with a 30,000 mile sign-up bonus. It also gives you a 10,000 mile discount on an award redemption. Business class to Europe for 40,000 miles. First class to Europe for 50,000 miles. Really great card. If I need some Asiana miles, I'll either go to SPG. Actually, I will put it on SPG because of the transfer bonus for points. So I'm not sure what to do with this card when it comes up for the annual fee once again. All right, so real quick reminder, situational cards I hold just in case or because they have a specific function. United Mileage Plus Explorer, Wells Fargo Visa Signature, Synchrony Bank Cathay Pacific, Chase IHG Rewards Club Visa or Mastercard Rewards Card, Citi Dividend Card, Barclay Aviator Red Card, USAA 1% Cashback, the oldest card, British Airways Visa, JetBlue Plus, Barclay Arrival Card, Merrill Lynch Card, the Barclay Luxury Gold Card, Quicksilver, Delta SkyMiles Platinum, Alaska Mileage Plan, Bank of America, Asiana Airlines Visa Signature. Whew, all right, that's a lot of cards. I'm going to get some of your questions that you have here. There is no IHG business card, Angela. It is not subject to 524, so anybody can get it. You just need to make sure that you take it slow with Chase, but that one free night for the low annual fee is absolutely fantastic. That says, what's the strategy on when you cancel a card and reapply for it later? Some Amex I know are once in a lifetime. Majority of Amex are once in a lifetime. Every single bank in the last 6 to 9 months has tightened the rules significantly on getting the same card again. Citi thank you cards, open or close in 24 months, you can't do it. Same for Citi American cards. If you open or close a card for 24 months, you can't get it again. Amex once in a lifetime, Chase 524. There's a new Bank of America rule about how many cards in a certain amount of time. Basically, you just got to spread it out like years and years and years, right? So look at your goals, look at what you're going to be trying to accomplish for the next couple of years, and then don't be so quick to cancel the cards in case you want an avenue to earn those miles again. With the SPG cards in your portfolio, pretty much can earn any miles that you want faster than what the co-branded cards are going to give you. So it's really difficult to answer that question today. The other thing you don't want to do is make these banks angry who are now auditing accounts and auditing people that they believe are gaming the system, that they believe are not going to be long-term profitable customers, and they can very quickly cut it out of the loop. So, you know, I've slowed way down on applying for cards. I don't particularly have any coming up that I definitely want. I can say, talking to a lot of experienced people, we have all slowed down significantly in the last couple of years. I hope to be doing this for 40, 50 years in the future, so there's no reason to get a little bit over-aggressive in the next couple of years and burn myself with the bank or get on a bank's bad side or anything like that. So just really taking advantage of the spin that I do have, the bonuses that do come up, to try and maximize these cards that I already have. I hope that answered a little bit. There are going to be a lot of places that tell you to go hard, shoot from the hip, get as many cards as possible. I think those days are over. You got to take it slow. Like I always say, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So Deb says, over how long a time period did you get all these cards? Realize 524 is relatively new. So yeah, a lot of these cards I've had for several years. The SPG cards, 2012, Chase Sapphire Preferred, 2012, Amex Platinum, 2012. Something really awesome for me is with all of these Amex cards, I've never paid an annual fee because just until October I was active duty military. Amex waives all annual fees for the military. What's even cooler is if Emily gets the card in her name, adds me as an authorized user, they now waive the annual fee for that entire account. So how many annual fees have I avoided? This for 5 years, Business Platinum for 5 years, 2 SPG cards since 2012, never paid an annual fee. Business Gold Card, 2013, never paid an annual fee. Amex Everyday Preferred, never paid an annual fee. Hilton Cards, never paid an annual fee. Delta SkyMiles Card, never paid an annual fee. This is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I'm going to be really sad are gone anytime now when Amex decides to hit me up with the annual fees again. So thank you, military service, for that. But Deb, to answer your question, I would say many of these I've had for a long time. Most of them I'm looking at here for at least over a year. So, you're talking 2012 to 2017 is when I got the majority of these cards. Sir Guy Chambers, man, every time I see your name, I always cackle at that. Whoever knighted you, that's awesome. Why did you not keep the Citi Thank You Premier card? Thought this was an all-around card to have in your wallet. Yeah, so basically, with the Citi AT&T Access More card and the Citi Prestige, I didn't need that Thank You Premier because of the bonuses on this card with online shopping, the bonuses and travel protections for booking plane tickets and travel on this card. It just didn't make sense to carry a third card that I was having to pay an annual fee for, especially when most of my spend goes on the Amex Everyday Preferred or Chase Freedom Unlimited or Chase Sapphire Preferred. I just didn't need that Thank You Premier in there as well. Hope that answered that. What cards am I looking at next? It's a great question, and just the way that the banks are tightening the rules right now, I'm not in a rush to get out there and get anything. I'm starting to look at some things I never thought I would look at. I never had the Capital One Venture card with the, I think, 50,000 mile sign-up bonus, and now the ability to get 20% off any hotel when you need a last-minute hotel, when you need a hotel that's not part of a chain, when you're going off the beaten path a little bit. I think that can be pretty worthwhile. Plus, it's another $500 in the bank to cover these expenses that are difficult to cover sometimes. That's why I like the Arrival Plus card so much. I have these 50,000 Arrival Plus points sitting in a Barclay card waiting to cover some expense. Maybe we go on a cruise in September and the Barclay card and the Venture could knock off $1,000 of that cruise fare. And then I have the access to the hotels.com deal, which could be pretty good. So that's kind of where my mindset is. I'm pretty happy with the ability to earn transferable points with what I have right now. I guess I'm just going to wait until new products come up. So nothing too much really picking out my brain to go after. All right, so Angela says, JetBlue, you said it quickly, 50,000. Is that spend for Mosaic status? Yes, $50,000 in a calendar year is Mosaic status. When I got the card, I think the sign-up bonus was 40,000 JetBlue points, which is pretty great. And if you're not familiar with JetBlue, if you're not a JetBlue flyer, love the airline, love the experience, love the seats with the added legroom. Doesn't feel like a legacy carrier at all. 10% of all points back that you redeem, ability to earn Mosaic status, and then 50% off onboard purchases as well, right? So if you take this on board and get a beer, it's 50% off, which is pretty cool if you're flying some long-haul JetBlue flight. A great card to have. Norman says, which Amex cards are you keeping after they start charging you the annual fee? Yeah, great question. Alluded to it a couple times. I'm keeping the Amex Platinum Business. I'm getting rid of the personal Platinum card. I'm keeping this card because I get 3x on Facebook ad spend. And I'm keeping both my SPG cards. I might keep the Hilton card. I am not really sure. Probably not going to keep the Delta SkyMiles Platinum card just because my Platinum Medallion status gives me the benefits of that card. And my Amex cards earn Delta miles quicker because of the ability to transfer to Delta than this Delta co-branded card will. So I'm going to keep the Business Platinum, going to keep the Business Gold, going to keep the SPG cards, and maybe the Hilton once I start get charged annual fees. All right. Did I miss any questions? Anybody else have anything going on? Hey, Group Stories is now a feature that we have unlocked yesterday morning. If you go to the top of the group on your mobile, you're going to see Group Story. I use it just like Instagram Stories now. I'm going to be Group Story my entire trip to Brazil and Argentina later this weekend. So make sure that you check those out. Keep up with some more of my shenanigans on a regular day-to-day basis so I don't have to flood the group with posts. It's pretty cool. So besides that, I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into what I carry in my wallet. If you just jumped on the broadcast late, I'm going to review what I carry all the time, 24/7, no matter where I am in the world. Amex Platinum Personal, Chase Business Inc. Plus, 5X at office supply stores, Chase Freedom Unlimited, non-bonus category spend, Blue Business Plus, 2X on all spend, first 50 grand in a year. Put all my business spend on this card, 2X points. Chase Sapphire Preferred, primary rental car insurance, 2X dining and travel, some pretty good travel protections, and the ability to transfer over to Chase Travel Partners. Amex Everyday Preferred. Put all of my daily spend on this right now thanks to that 50% bonus of all points earned after 30 transactions in a month. And the last card I carry in my wallet at any given time is the Citi Prestige card because of 3-hour trip delay, trip cancellation, baggage delay insurance kicking in. And their concierge is actually a lot better than Amex concierge pretty often. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody has a great Tuesday. I hope you enjoy lunch. If you're on the West Coast, hope you're enjoying a good brunch. We're going to start calling this Or Travel 101 Live Lunch and Learn. Remember to stay tuned in the group. Ton of travel coming up. Got American Airlines business down to Argentina, and I've got Gol Airlines. Never flown them before. Look into it between Argentina and Brazil. A lot of excitement, a lot of events. April 29th, Orlando, Memorial Day weekend in Vegas. And then we have FTU, Frequent Traveler University, New York City, right midtown, June 9th and 10th. Everybody thanks Rachel for working hard in the background over here. And until then, we'll catch you next week. Super excited about the weekend. It's time to travel. I love flying day. Catch everybody later.